I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Now, right now is a time to listen to those words more than ever and make our voices heard peacefully and patriotically, whether you're talking about standing up for parental rights and our kids or standing up against this politically motivated political persecution and prosecution, this indictment of former President Trump. Lara Trump joins us now. She is the host of the fantastic Right View podcast. Lara, great to have you with us.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I think you're exactly right. People obviously should make their voices heard if they disagree with what's happening to my father-in-law right now. But, no one is calling for violence. Everything should remain peaceful. And I think that that's what people on the right typically do.
Right. If anyone's been to a Trump rally, they're like the most peaceful kind of, it's almost like a Grateful Dead concert. I say that all the time. A different vibe, but similar in the same way, kind of same thing. But I saw your tweet. You said President Trump won't back down. We all know he won't back down. But tell us how everyone in the family is handling this news so far.
Well, I mean, John, honestly, I hate to say it, but this is more of the same for our family. This is something that we've seen happen not just, yesterday to my father-in-law. We've seen this story so many times in our family. And I think since the day that a political outsider came down the golden escalators in Trump Tower and announced his run for president, there were a lot of people on both sides of the aisle, the establishment, the swamp, so to speak, who really wanted to get rid of him. And so you've seen time and time again, whether it's the Russia collusion hoax, whether it was a perfectly acceptable phone call to Ukraine, impeachment after impeachment, January 6th, the unprecedented raid at Mar-a-Lago, of course, my father-in-law and our entire family targeted. So I wish I could say that there was utter shock in my family, but this is sort of more of the same for all of us. I do think that my father-in-law feels like most Americans today. This is a horribly sad and dark day for our country. We have crossed a line and we can never cross back the other way. If you can weaponize the judicial system against political opponents, then we are no better than communist authoritarian countries. And it is a very slippery slope from here. So look, we're all in this fight together. And I think that anyone who thought for a second that this would turn Donald Trump away from running for president is sorely mistaken. If anything, this only galvanized support behind him and further proves that he is just about the only person who should go forward and can take down the swamp in Washington, D.C. I truly believe that this just solidified his spot as our 47th president.
Well said, and we'll all be watching very closely to see what comes of this and how everyone responds. I also wanted to ask you, can you believe the White House felt the need to call for a Transgender Day of Visibility the same week a transgender person killed 3 kids and 3 adults at a Christian school?
I mean, it's so sad that this is where we are in America, that they can't even call out evil when we truly see it. And that's what this person is. Anyone that would go out of their way to murder 6 people is an evil individual. And perhaps, John, yes, maybe they could have waited until next week for the Transgender Visibility Day. That might have been something someone there would have thought of. But of course, there is a very low bar for this White House. We see it every single time Joe Biden steps in front of a camera. Although he's on teleprompter, he can barely get through a speech. We see Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, making mistake after mistake, time after time. So I don't think anyone is surprised by this one. But yes, very poor taste, to say the least.
Lara Trump, great to see you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.